Hello children, welcome to the EVS class. Welcome children to the EVS class. In your previous class, we discussed some sources of water. In today's class, we will continue with the springs. Water that is stored under the earth's crust and comes out due to the pressure through an opening is called spring. Rainwater which enters the earth through its loose portions will be collected as underground water, and this comes out in the form of a spring. So, rainwater enters the underground through loose portions, and this underground stored water comes out in the form of a spring when it gets pressure. So, the water which comes out of the underground, it is called a spring. Groundwater comes to the surface and flows freely under natural pressure. There are mainly two types of springs. First one is shallow springs and second one is deep springs. And one more point, they may be hot water springs or a normal water springs. See here children, it is one of the hot water spring in Himachal Pradesh, the place called Manikaran. It's a Gurudwara, 6 temple. See here it is a one of the famous tourist place, and here tourists boil the grains, and in this Gurudwara also people use this water to boil their grains and pulses. They use this water to boil their grains and pulses without fire. See children, without fire they boil their grains and pulses here. So it is a sweet water spring and it is a hot water spring. See here children, it is a normal water spring. See the bubbles comes out here. At that point only the water comes out. See here, it is in Karnataka, the place called Ulavi. Here it is one more hot springer. It is a Puga hot spring. It is also in India. It is in Ladakh. See here children, how water is coming out here. Next source of water is wells. Underground water obtained by digging the earth's crust to a certain depth is called well water. Types of wells. There are mainly two types of wells. First one is open well. These are the wells which have comparatively large diameters and lower discharges. So, it's a picture of open well, and this is also one type of a open well. Second type of wells is tube wells. A tube well is a long pipe sunk in ground intercepting one or more water bearing strata. As compared to open well, their diameter is less, about 80 to 600 millimeter. So it is tube well. This is also one type of tube well. Next source of water is ponds, an artificially man-made low-level portion of land. To store water is called a pond. Its capacity of water storage is less. It is constructed in such a way that rainwater which drains from high level will be stored here. Rainwater reaches ponds by running through rivulets. or a small streams. So it is a picture of pond. It is also a picture of pond. Next source of water is reservoirs. Dams are constructed across the rivers to store water throughout the year and to supply water to places where there is scarcity, and also for multi-purpose projects. These are capable of storing water in a large scale and they are called reservoirs. So here these are the pictures of reservoirs. Here in page number 86, one question is given to you. Write the names of water reservoirs in Karnataka. So answer for that question is Krishnarajasagara Dam. KRS Dam is Krishnarajasagara Dam, and second picture is Almaty Dam. You write these two in that place. These are some other reservoirs in Karnataka. So Almaty you already know, it is on river Krishna, and Basavasagara Dam, again Krishna river. It is its location Narayanapura, and Raja Lakamanagowda Dam, it's a river Ghataprabha, and the location Hidkal, Hukkeri Taluk, Belgaum district. And next one Renuka Sagara Dam, river Malaprabha, location Navilu Tirtha, Saudatti Taluk, Belgaum district. And then Vani Vilasa Sagara, river Vedavati, location Marikanive, Hiriyuru Taluku, Chitradurga district. Next one Upper Tunga Dam, river Tunga, place Gajanuru, Shivamogga district. Next one Bhadra Dam, river Bhadra, location Lakavalli, Tarikere Taluku, Chikamagaluru district. Next one Tungabhadra Dam, river Tungabhadra, location Hosapete, Ballari district. And next one Kabini Reservoir, river Kabini, location Heggadadevana Kote, Mysuru district. Then next one Harangi Reservoir, river Harangi, location Hudgur, Somavarapete Taluk, Kodagu district. Next one you already know Krishnarajasagara Dam, river Kaveri, Mandya district. Then next one Linganamakki Dam, river Sharavati, location Linganamakki, Sagara Taluk, Shivamogga district. In page number 87, here one more question is there. Write differences between pond and reservoir. So now you know what is pond and what is reservoir, and here pictures also given here. So pond and reservoir. Pond, the source of the water which is stored in pond is rainwater through small streams. See here in black color mark it has shown. So source of water for ponds is small streams. Then in the reservoir, source of water is river water. So reservoir source of water is river water. And the second difference, size. So pond is in a small portion of land, it is in small size, and reservoir large portion of land, it's in big size. Then storage capacity, here in the pond we store less amount of water, and in reservoir we can store more water here. So pond has less amount of water capacity and reservoir store more water capacity. In that page only, one more question is given, uses of pond and reservoir. So here first one, in pond, water for animals. Second point, homes for fish and other aquatic creatures. And third one, small scale agriculture needs. And then uses of reservoir. Reservoir water is used to generate hydroelectric power and irrigation of land and agriculture and human consumption. So these are the uses of ponds and reservoir. Next point is water as means of transport. So people also travel on water. So source of water is used to people and the goods to transport. Water source is also used for transportation of goods. Here are the pictures. Yacht or boats are used for shorter distances and also to catch fishes. And ships are used to travel longer distances. So water is also used as a transportation. So this is all about sources of water. In your next class we will discuss about properties of water with some experiments. So you do all the activities, experiments at your home with your help of your elders. That air lesson experiments which I have already shown in a video. You see that video once again and do all activities with the help of your elders, your parents, and send me those videos or photos which you are doing those experiments. I will send those photos and videos in the group.